Hi there, in this video I would love to chat with you about tools and techniques that can help with your neurodivergent brain. I'm Nikki Butler, also known as the Autistic Joyologist, and I was diagnosed autistic and ADHD in my mid-40s. Now, for the first 6 months, I tried really hard to work with coaches. I tried different tools, apps, techniques that so many people really helpfully shared with me and said would help with my neurodivergent brain. And the thing was, I could manage to use many of these tools for a couple of weeks because the ADHD, love of new things and hyperfocus, coupled with my autistic need for routine, so making it part of a daily routine, meant that I could really keep up with new ways of working for maybe 1 to 2 weeks. But the effort was immense. And then it get to the point that I just couldn't continue with it anymore. It became frustrating and hard work. And it made me feel like I was failing. It made me feel like the things that seemed to work for everybody else just didn't work for me. And maybe I was too broken or beyond any form of help. And then I had this realization that whilst some of the tools and techniques and coaching methods that are out there can absolutely help many of us, they're not suitable for everyone, and not all of those tools and techniques are going to help every single person. We're all completely different. We have different challenges, different things that we find easy, different things that perhaps are almost difficult or impossible for us. So it's really about finding what works for you. So I like to think of all of these tools that are available to us like hats. So when I'm speaking to other women that I'm working with, I say, think of it like a hat. You try it on, you see if it suits you, see if it fits. If it does, great, keep it. If it doesn't, put it back. Because forcing yourself to continue to use something that isn't helpful for you is going to have a real impact on your confidence. You're going to start to feel, perhaps like I did, that you were just beyond help or that nothing out there was going to work for you. And really that's where I ended up creating my own working model, so my Radiate model, because I couldn't get on with a lot of the tools, and the apps definitely don't work for me. Technology is not my strong point, so I would just open up an app and stare blankly at it, completely overwhelmed. Anything that set a reminder didn't work because I'd ignore the reminder or silence my phone. So I had to find a different way to kind of work. So I stepped back and looked internally. So I really got to know my neurodivergent self, so the things that came more easily to me or that I enjoyed doing, and the things that were more challenging or frustrating or pretty much impossible for me to do. And that was based on where my life is right now. So I needed to be able to tap into what was happening for me right now and what was going to be the best way to support myself. And actually I found that stepping back from a lot of those tools and techniques so helpful. And when I started to understand my energy and my focus in terms of my autistic and ADHD traits, then that helped me to think about what would work in certain situations. And actually, rather than me just finding ways to do everything, there was a real acceptance of finding the right help and support, being able to ask for help and support, and having the boundaries in place that meant I wasn't completely overwhelming myself all of the time. So if you are someone that is perhaps struggling to find the right apps, the right tools, techniques or coaching methods to help you, please just know that there are other ways of working. They're not all going to work for you. Try something. If it does, great, keep it. Think of it like a hat. If it's not for you, if it doesn't fit, if it doesn't suit you, put it back. And also perhaps consider that some of the things that are shared with you that are designed to help are perhaps designed more to make your brain act in a neurotypical way, which actually is never really going to happen, and it's going to make things incredibly hard. So noticing where you are seeing that these tools are trying to get you to perhaps prioritize or organize in a way that a neurotypical person would, knowing that that isn't how you work, just step away from it. I can't prioritise on a daily basis. So people that have to-do lists and use the Pomodoro technique, an alarm going off every 25 minutes for me is just awful. Like it really affects my concentration and emotionally dysregulates me, and I can't get back into focus. And having a list of things I need to do in a day, that's no good if my energy is really low or I'm struggling to focus. So I choose to work in a way that I understand my energy and focus levels, and I have tasks that I can choose for the week or for the month that are all aligned to my overall kind of goals in all areas of my life. And I pick and choose those tasks. Think, you know, today I feel great, I'm going to record some videos, I'm going to create some really engaging content because I have high energy and my focus is great. Other days I might struggle to even string like a thought together, in which case I'll either step back and give myself some grace, or I will choose something that is going to take me a couple of minutes and doesn't require a great deal of my time. And I'll also ask for help, I'll delegate, I'll ask somebody for some support if I'm really struggling. So please think about that when you're looking at ways to support yourself and to gain better kind of calm and balance within your life. Don't force yourself to keep going with things that are really difficult. Try the hats on. If you don't like them, if they don't fit, put them back. Really hope that helps. If you've got any questions, any comments, please feel free to pop them in there below the video, or you can reach out on socials or email me hello@autisticjoyologist.co.uk. And I hope you have a great day.